Hi everyone, welcome back to Think Like a Great the channel where we break down life-changing books and help you build habits that actually stick. This week, we're diving into one of the most impactful books on personal development in recent years, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, if you've ever struggled with consistency, motivation, or just feeling like you're not making progress, this book and today's video is for you. We'll explore how small changes compound over time, why systems beat goals every time, and how identity shapes everything you do. Let's get started. Now, your part 1. Why habits are the compound. Interest of self-improvement, habits are like a double-edged sword. They can either lift you up or drag you down, often without you even realizing it. And here's the truth. If you want to control your life, you need to first learn how to control your habits. Ask yourself this: are you growing every day, or are you still the same person you were last year? Because real change doesn't come from big dramatic moments. It comes from the tiny choices you make every single day. That's the core message of Atomic Habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And those systems are built through consistent, repeatable habits. Part 2, the power of 1% better every day. Let me ask you something. Would you rather be 1% better every day or 1% worse? Sounds trivial, right? But here's what happens when you compound that. If you improve by just 1% each day, after 1 year, you'll be 37 times better. But if you regress by 1% each day, after 1 year, you'll be nearly zero. That's the hidden power of habits. They don't seem like much in the short term, but over time they shape your entire life. Think of it like bamboo. A bamboo plant spends 5 years just building roots underground. You see, no growth above ground. Then suddenly, in just 6 weeks, it shoots up 90 feet. Why? Because all that invisible work was happening below the surface. Your habits are the same. The real growth is happening long before you see any results. So if you're frustrated with slow progress, remember, you're not falling behind. You're building momentum. Lijiao in part 3, why goals fail and systems succeed. Here's a hard truth. Goals are overrated. Why? Because goals only tell you where you want to go. They don't tell you how to get there. More importantly, once you reach your goal, what happens next? Most people fall back into old patterns because they never changed who they were. They just chased the result. James Clear explains this perfectly. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So instead of focusing on hitting a specific target, like losing 20 pounds or reading 50 books, focus on building an identity. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, say, I am someone who takes care of my body. Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I'm a reader. When your behavior aligns with your identity, the habit sticks. Part 4, the 4 laws of behavior. Change. So how do you build good habits and break bad ones? James Clear lays out 4 laws based on how habits naturally form. Law, 1. Make it obvious. Habit formation starts with awareness. If you want to build a habit, make the cue obvious. Example. If you want to read more, leave a book on your coffee table. Don't hide it on a shelf. No to you. Law. No 2. Make it attractive. We follow what's rewarding. Link a new habit to something you already enjoy. Example. After I brush my teeth, current habit, I will meditate for 2 minutes. New habit. Law. 3. Make it easy. Reduce friction. Start with the smallest possible version of the habit. Use the 2-minute rule. Whatever you want to start doing, commit to just 2 minutes a day. Law. 4. Make it satisfying. Give yourself instant feedback. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Example, put a check mark on your calendar every time you complete your habit. And if you want to break a bad habit, reverse the laws. Make it invisible. Make it unattractive. Make it difficult. Make it unsatisfying. Part 5. Identity is the key to lasting change. This might be the most powerful insight in the whole book. You don't change by forcing yourself to act differently. You change by changing who you believe you are. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe you are. So if you want to become a writer, write, even if it's bad. If you want to become an athlete, train, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Over time, those actions reinforce your identity. And once your identity shifts, your habits follow. That's why labels matter. If you keep telling yourself, I'm lazy, guess what? You'll act lazy. If you tell yourself, I'm a learner, you'll find ways to grow every day. So stop trying to force yourself into discipline. Start shaping your identity and let your habits reflect that. Learn. Part 6, the science behind how habits form through a simple neurological loop. Spout 1, cue, 2, craving, 3, response, 4, reward. Let's break it down with an example. On cue, you hear a notification sound. Craving. You want to know who messaged. You! Response. You pick up your phone and open the app. Reward. You feel satisfied after checking your message. This cycle repeats constantly throughout your day, whether you realize it or not. So if you want to build a good habit, design the environment so that the cues for good behaviors are everywhere and the cues for bad ones are nowhere. Want to drink more water? Keep a bottle on your desk. Want to stop scrolling TikTok at night? Remove the app from your home screen. Travel. Part 7, how to build good habits. That stick, let's go deeper into the 4 laws with practical examples. F, law. 1, make it. Obvious visual cues are powerful. Our brains are wired to respond to what we see. So if you want to read more, place a book where you'll see it daily, on your couch, next to your bed, or in your bag. Same goes for exercise. Lay out your workout. Close the night before. Make it impossible to ignore. Load screw. Make it attractive. Stack your habits together. Use this formula. After current habit, I will new habit. Examples. After I finish my morning coffee, I will read for 10 minutes. After I brush my teeth, I will floss 1 tooth. After I sit down for dinner, I will eat 1 vegetable. Pair a new habit with something you already enjoy, and it becomes irresistible. Also, join a group that supports your identity. Humans are social creatures. We do what others around us do. So if you want to run more, join a running club. If you want to speak better, join Toastmasters. Surround yourself with people who live the habits you want to adopt. And in all our 3, make it easy, reduce the effort required to start. Remember the 2-minute rule. Whatever new habit you want to build, commit to just 2 minutes a day. Want to start writing? Write 1 sentence. Want to start exercising? Do 5 push-ups. Want to start learning Spanish? Watch 1 short video. Starting small removes resistance. And once you start, you usually end up going further than planned. Also, optimize your environment. Want to eat healthier? Place fruits and nuts within reach. Want to avoid distractions? Turn off notifications. Make the good easy. Make the bad hard. Law. Sure. Make it satisfying. Track your progress. Simple tracking works wonders. Put a sticker on a calendar every time you complete your habit. There's something deeply satisfying about seeing your streak grow. But here's a warning. Don't confuse tracking with achievement. Tracking is a tool, not the goal itself. If you only do the minimum to fill in your chart, you miss the point. Stay focused on the process, not the scoreboard. But part 8, avoiding the trap of complacency. Habits can become dangerous when you rely on them too much. Sometimes automation leads to mediocrity. Just because you've done something the same way for years doesn't mean it's still the best way. So how do you stay sharp? Expect curves, not straight lines. Don't expect linear progress. Real growth looks more like a wave with ups and downs, plateaus and breakthroughs. To keep improving, practice with intention. Learn about deliberate practice, the method used by top performers in music, sports, and business, and aim for a flow state where you're fully immersed, challenged, and performing at your best. Low isn't a habit, it's a mindset, and it's where real mastery begins. Part 9, reflect often, evolve always. Finally, don't let your identity trap you. Yes, identity is powerful, but if you cling to tightly to who you think you are, you limit who you could become. Keep asking yourself, am I clinging to old beliefs? Am I evolving with the world around me? Am I still the person I want to be? Growth requires reflection, and reflection requires humility. So stay curious, stay flexible, and always be willing to rewrite the story of who you are. Well, conclusion, small habits, big life. In summary, Atomic Habits teaches us that tiny changes compound into massive results. Systems beat goals. Identity drives behavior. Habits shape your destiny. One habit won't change your life, but 10 habits working together, that's transformation. So start small, be consistent, and trust the process. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more videos like this every week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.